think you're good.
Hi, my name is Janet. This is my informative speech. My title is No Forever Home, which is in regards to foster care. There are many problems in the foster care system. They range from substance abuse, homelessness, mental illness, and being a parent very early in life. The biggest problem is involving children with medical disabilities or medical needs. Where is the adult in these children's lives to help them get to grade school, high school, and maybe even college? Does anyone here really care? Do you? I was a single parent foster home for girls involved with prostitution for 8 years. My husband and I have been foster parents for the medically needy in Milwaukee for over 10 years. The child welfare system is underfunded, understaffed, and outdated. Reunification can take up to a year or sometimes more. That is, of course, if they are ever moved back home. Guardianship has to be given up by the biological parents. For the most part, biological parents are very willing to give up the physical custody, but not the guardianship. Having guardianship means that the parents make all the decisions in the child's life, even though they don't even live with them and don't even see them on a day-to-day basis. Our former foster son, XY, who is now in our adult family home, is a quadriplegic. This is Nike here in the photo. His neck was broken by a friend slamming him upside down into the floor. His mom came to see him in the hospital after 2 weeks. When the hospital called her to say your son is paralyzed, she thought it was funny. By the way, my son isn't disabled. He can do everything you and I can do. He just does it in a little bit different way. We were the only available home at that time with a handicap ramp. His caseworker said, "You're much too old." And my Lord, "You're much too white." He needs continuous care on a 24/7 basis. The state of Wisconsin wanted this 15-year-old boy to go to a nursing home. We had to get help from doctors, lawyers, and even a juvenile court judge. I visited him every day while he was in the hospital. It took 9 months to have him discharged from the hospital to our home. When he turned 18 and was aging out of the foster care system, I found a loophole in the state of Wisconsin that we were able to transfer him to our adult family home instead of a skilled nursing facility. Now we had to find a way to get night help. Night help costs us around $2,500 a month. Our case went to the state of Wisconsin Supreme Court, and we were granted reimbursement for night help. The law has now been changed. This meant that we went through several levels of the court system and many meetings with organizations, including the state of Wisconsin and the county of Milwaukee. To get all of his medical supplies, I had to deal with Title 19 and Medicaid. The first 2 years of his living with us, we were in court every month. Another foster child, XZ, came with mental issues, which we were not told about before he moved in, because we were his fourth placement in just 1 year. He was only with us for 5 weeks. During that time, he set a fire at school, he set a fire in our bathroom, and the court felt he should be reunited with his mother. He has many sexual problems, and his caseworker felt that he was sexually abused. My first meeting with his mom was extremely interesting. She was sitting on the sofa, nude, with a blanket covering some parts of her. His mom and his grandmother were not willing to accept the mental illness. Where does this child belong? Would you have him in your home? I was afraid of a fire and that we would not be able to get XY out of our home in time. Getting a high school diploma and going to college is a far reach for most foster children. They go from home to home and their education is interrupted with each move. They don't have family members with high school diplomas or college degrees. With XY, he went back to high school. We even fought to have him on stage for his graduation. The school did not think it was appropriate for him to be in a wheelchair and on stage. He now attends a junior college. This is only because my husband is willing to attend every class, sit in the class, and help him. If he were to drop a pencil, he could not pick it up. If he has to turn a page in a book, he cannot do it. How about XZ? Will he even finish grade school? XY was able to get a grant through the foster care program. Foster children who are able to go to college self-report low job security in any employment. Their household earnings are less than the general public. Public assistance usage is usually added to their income because of the need. The foster care system sounds good on paper, but it's broken. I have given you stories from my foster care experiences. There are many more to be told. I hope that you enjoyed the story about my son. His issues with the foster care system and our issues with the involvement with the foster care system are not unique. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed this presentation. My audience were very, very still and had no comments. Thank you.